We're Alan and Sadge, and we've been travelling in our van around the world for the last year and a half. But now we're in Cyprus, really hoping to start a family, and this is our IVF story.
I can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing, I don't understand the instructions.
45 degrees, job's good.
Is that like 45 degrees?
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm always like this, I don't really think about it, and then just seeing it, it's like, wow, that actually exists.
So we've massively enjoyed sharing our lives with you as we travel around in our van. But this is going to be a bit different for us. I think this is going to be quite raw and quite honest, isn't it? It was a really hard thing to make. We weren't sure if you wanted to film this and talk about it, but we love being honest with you guys, and we thought, let's just go for it.
Yeah, it was a big decision to do it, but we've decided to do it, so
Yeah.
stick with us.
Yeah, bear with us.
So a bit of background, we started trying for a baby 6.5 years ago, mildly terrifying. It became clear relatively early on that it wasn't going to happen for us in that way. So we got one cycle of IVF on the NHS. It's a bit of a postcode lottery, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, it really depends on where you live as to what you get. So, yeah, only one for us.
Only one for us. Unfortunately, it was not successful. So we really had to go to the drawing board and think, okay, what are we going to do next? And we really figured out that IVF abroad is much cheaper.
Yeah, figured out. Yeah, IVF in the UK is incredibly expensive, isn't it? So, yeah, going abroad is really our only option, wasn't it? So,
Yeah, it was. So we went to the Czech Republic.
Yes, we did, which was great.
Needless to say, we had a pretty awful time.
Yeah.
It was so bad that the clinic actually gave us half our money back. So
Yeah, they didn't wash their hands and stuff, and I got food poisoning as well, which was just like really bad food poisoning. So you had to go on your own, didn't you, for the actual day, and it was just, you know, things just go wrong from start to finish, and it's already really stressful because you're in a foreign country trying to do something a bit crazy. Oh, it's just awful.
it was. So needless to say, that cycle did not work. So we had to rethink things again, and we decided to, at the end of 2019, the end of that year, to do our third cycle in Cyprus. The doctor there, people call her Dr. F, she's got a fantastic reputation. The price was good, so that's what we decided to do.
Yeah.
So, and this is where it gets a bit tricky. We were really lucky that we had success with that cycle, but unfortunately we lost the baby at 8 weeks. So, to be honest, that was one of the reasons really why we did van life. We recovered from that trauma. The pandemic hit, and we decided that we needed a break, didn't we, from IVF?
Yeah, that's really traumatic. I find it really hard to talk about, to be honest. I know miscarriage is one of those things where it happens to a lot of people. It's a common life experience, isn't it? But it's genuinely one of the most traumatic experiences of my life, and I've had quite a few traumatic experiences, and we've had a tricky time, haven't we? And yeah, I still find it really hard to think about, talk about.
Yeah, it's making this whole experience that little bit harder, but we were very lucky to have some frozen embryos left over from that cycle. So from that cycle we made 6 embryos. We had 2 put back in then, 1 stuck, unfortunately lost it. So now we have 4 left. You can freeze embryos for 10 years now. Yeah, I think they freeze them at like minus 2,000 degrees or something amazing like that. So we have 2 embryos in one go and 2 embryos in another go. So this time in Cyprus, we're having 1 set of 2 put back in, and we can only hope that it works this time.
Which is weird, isn't it, when you think about it, because the possibility of twins is a real possibility, but also increases your likelihood of success just overall, because it's likely they won't both work. But twins is a bit mad in itself.
And all the risks that come with twins.
Yeah, exactly. The health risks associated with twins. Yeah.
So, that's where we are.
That is where we are.
Yeah. I mean, I must admit, when we booked this, I didn't realise that it was in northern Cyprus.
So those of you that don't know much about Cyprus, Cyprus is a lovely little island, but unfortunately half of it is now Greek and half of it is now Turkish. There was a war a while back now, and actually the British were sort of like a peacekeeping force. Without getting into the politics of it, we weren't aware of that at the time.
I was like, oh, Cyprus, nice.
Yeah, so we flew into Cyprus, got the hire car, and they were like, oh, where are you going? And we said, oh, we're going to the northern side. And they said, oh, you can't take the hire car there. You wouldn't be insured. It's a disputed territory. It's not even recognised internationally. So it was just really stressful. We ended up having to drive the hire car there, uninsured.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, we don't have the hire car that you booked. Here's an incredibly expensive one.
Yeah, they upgraded the hire car. Brilliant. So that was I mean, that was just a crazy experience, wasn't it? Trying to cross the border at night. You were having injections at the time, so we had to
doing injections in the car at night.
Absolutely mad. You know, like when you imagine how crazy it might be to do treatment in a foreign country and you think, oh, I'll be fine, don't be daft. The world's just lovely and European and it's all fine. No, it kind of wasn't. It was a bit mad and a bit stressful. But, yeah. So that's Cyprus anyway. And we're now in the southern part of Cyprus. So our embryos in the hospital are in the northern territory. So we're going to have to get across there as well, I guess.
Yes, crossing the UN buffer zone.
But we're not going to take a car this time. We'll get a bus and we're going to walk, I think. Yeah.
So thank you for watching and sticking with us, everyone.
We're going to do our absolute best to just be honest and real and raw, and we're just going to document what happens to us. I don't know where it's going to go. Maybe it'll be a wonderful story of having a baby and, you know, van life finishing, or maybe having a baby in the van and that kind of side of things, or maybe it'll just be more sadness and stress and I don't know. But we thought, let's just do it. Let's just take everyone with us and see where we go. So here we are. This is our IVF story. IVF life then. It's the new van life.
Yeah, I must admit I don't even know what this injection is. Just do what I'm told. Lucrin Depot.
Is that the one that turns your ovaries off?
Yeah. I don't read the side effects though. I'd go mad if you did that.
Side effects: 1 baby. Oh.
Do you have to read the instructions, however, which are quite long.
Yeah, cheers.
That's all in English as well. Right, come back to me in half an hour. Here you are. To prepare for the injection, screw the plunger rod into the end stopper until the stopper begins to turn.
This is what you get. It's like a dual chamber syringe.
The plunger rod.
Where are you injecting it? Where does it go?
Like 45 degrees in my belly. Yeah. That's the bit I'm dreading, really.
The actual injection.
Screw the plunger rod into the end stopper until the stopper begins to turn. See, I'm confused already.
Do you want me to look? I mean, it's very important we don't get this wrong, right? Because this is the only one of these we've got.
Yeah. Also, it was £150.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't look like that.
Oh yeah, it's probably just into that, isn't it? Does that screw?
I just don't understand that it looks different. It's not turning.
Push it though. It's not saying push it, is it? It's saying screw it in.
Okay.
Did that start to turn?
No. No, I can't do it.
I don't know what I'm doing, I don't understand the instructions.
That's great.
I fucking hate IVF. I have to fucking do an injection, like, why it's coming out? I just don't want to start the instructions.
You screwed it in and now that's starting to turn, so that's fine.
That needs to turn. I didn't know that's what it was.
So, remember to check if the needle is tight by twisting the needle cap clockwise. So that's the tap.
I don't remember it now. I don't have to do it for ages.
Really? So the next thing is to remove the needle cap and advance the plunger to expel the air. Do you know how to remove the needle cap?
Yeah, this is a bit like eggs. If you go up, that's it.
Are you happy to do it?
Yep. Careful, because there's nothing stopping you now.
So, at the time of the injection, check the direction and safety device with a round mark faced up as illustrated. So, a round mark facing up. 45 degrees, job's good.
Is that like 45 degrees?
Yeah. Nice. All the way down. Oh, trooper. Nice.
Only a little bit of blood.
Well done.
That was like 5 times as worse than I thought it was going to be.
Bless you.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through, no limit to what we can do.
Morning.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So today is day 1 of medication time. They come in these little circles, and because they're Turkish meds, I can only presume that these little PZ, PT, SACS is like the start of the week in Turkish, like Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm not 100% sure what they are. I'll show you my protocol, my meds protocol. So this is my meds protocol, which is basically my life now. And some days I have about 15 meds to take each day. So I have to be very careful and don't forget anything. So it's a bit of a logistical nightmare. Anyway, so these ones are Estrogen, which I'm pretty sure is estrogen, because we are doing a medicated cycle. So my body doesn't sort of like know what's happening, if you know what I mean. It's all done artificially during hormones. With hormones.
And at least it's better than the injection.
Yeah, but there's so many more injections to come.
Yeah.
This is such a build-up. We've been waiting for so long to get to this point. That's it.
Voila.
Voila.
One baby.
Done.
Oh God, what was it I was holding for? Okay.
And then just one this evening, and then 3 tomorrow, and then a billion more.
Can't wait to see how you vlog the pessaries.
Oh. That's not going to happen. And so the WhatsApping continues. Basically, the cost of IVF doesn't include medication. We're going to the clinic tomorrow in North Nicosia, which is the Turkish side of Cyprus. Cyprus is cut in half. Greek in the south, Turkish in the north. You have to cross the border to get over, passport, COVID passport, that kind of thing. So basically, everyone on this Facebook group that I'm on for the clinic uses this pharmacist called Dee for their medication, because she's about a third of the price of the clinic. So it's just logistics trying to sort it out. We're just trying to do the bus now, and it's hectic. Anyway, so Chris, the coordinator at the clinic, says that our appointment will be at 11.
Nice, that's a good time.
Which is a good time. Then Dee, the pharmacist, says she could meet us at the clinic at 2:30.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that will work out fine, because I can definitely see us being in the clinic for well over an hour, if not 2 hours.
Yeah, let's do that.
Do you think that works?
Yeah.
Let's ask Alan how he feels about getting this medication from this lady. Weren't keen, were you?
Well, it's weird to get medication off of someone on Facebook when you spent thousands of pounds trying to do IVF.
Yeah.
I think it's dodgy, but I'm sure it'll be all right. But it just makes me worry slightly. There's a lot of fake medication around in the world, and that's just weird, isn't it? But I'm sure she's legit, and it'll be fun.
Yeah. We wouldn't do it if it wasn't kind of worth it on a couple of fronts.
Well, it won't be worth it if it turns out it's fake medication and it ruins the entire IVF cycle.
Well,
so.
yeah, true.
But it's very unlikely. It's not the kind of medication that's likely to be fake, but it's not outside the realms of possibility. Yeah. Looking forward to getting tomorrow done with, to be honest. I'm finding it all a bit stressful. It stirs up difficult emotions, you know.
Mm. I guess one of those things, you just got to do it one day at a time. Hopefully the scan will go well tomorrow, the blood test will go well tomorrow, and we'll just do next day. One day at a time, people.
I met an old man. I said, tell me your story. He took out an old pen.
So we're on our way to get the bus. We've read on the news this morning that there's a strike on the very bus that we want to get, so we have no idea if it's going to be there.
Yeah, we don't know if it's that bus or just the internal city buses.
Ruckus. Yeah, no clue. If not, we'll just get a taxi.
How are you feeling about the scan?
Yeah, a bit nervous about it. You never know with IVF what will throw up. You've had many surprises in the past, and you just never know. I'm not worried about the scan itself. I've had like 1,000 billion now. That doesn't faze me. I just hope that it's all looking fine, and we just continue on to the next step. So.
Yeah, let's just get it done.
Fingers crossed.
You've you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers and you'll find what you've got.
Well, we survived. Nearly went all the way back to Larnaca because we didn't know it was the last stop, but never mind.
That'd have been fun, wouldn't it? Absolute disaster.
Right, let's get over the border and get a cafe.
Wrote in my story. Then I kept walking on down the road.
You can see we're getting to the Turkish side over there. You can see the Turkish flag up there. So that's the Turkish side, and we're just coming up to the border. But I think we'll put you away for now, because customs and international borders don't like cameras. So.
No, they really don't.
Takes to heart what I wrote.
And we made it across.
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad at all.
It's really surreal though to go from like lovely holiday Cyprus-y kind of stuff to like barbed wire everywhere and
Yeah, there's a giant buffer zone in the middle and no man's land. There's UN trucks everywhere.
yeah, it's weird.
Oh, here's a cafe. Oh, this looks nice. Should we go here?
Yeah, as long as they take cards.
Okay, I'll ask. Well, that was exciting. Turns out we hadn't got across the border. We were just in the UN buffer zone. So I'm incredibly happy that today I've had a cup of coffee in a UN buffer zone. I saw UN plates and it's all very exciting. But we got over fine. They didn't even want to see the QR code. Even though it clearly says like everywhere, like, you need this app with the QR code. And he was like, he actually said, I don't need to see it.
Very friendly, I thought,
Yeah,
the Turkish chap. Very
really
nice.
friendly. And here we are in Turkey.
Must be so much harder if you don't speak English, because everyone seems to speak English. It does make it a lot easier, because
Yeah.
my Turkish is crap.
All those words, what you know.
Yeah, all the Turkish I know.
That's about an hour's walk to the clinic. And then we'll see what happens when we get there. 1 hour at a time.
There it is.
There it is.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm always like this, I don't really think about it, and then just seeing it, it's like, wow, it actually exists. I like it's just weird that like our embryos are like frozen in there, you know? It's just so precious. So much has happened, it's just think about it so much, like I always think about this place and then suddenly it's like, oh, it's here.
Yeah.
I'll be alright.
It's a lot though, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. It really is.
I think sometimes with IVF, because it's such a familiar term these days, it's kind of made out. I don't know, you don't think about what it's actually like to go through it, like I didn't.
Yeah.
Like it's a real big thing. It's not just a casual, oh, we'll just do that, you know? Especially when it's in a disputed part of a country hundreds of miles away from your homeland.
Yeah. Like it feels totally capable with it, do you know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm like, oh my god, I'm not coping, I'm panicking. But it's just really emotionally laden.
Yeah.
Especially after what happened, miscarriage, I mean, it's just, yeah. But it's a really good hospital and she's a fantastic doctor and we're in good hands, so it'll be worth it. Have our baby in our hand, it'll be worth it.
Right then, one IVF please.
One baby, please. always a little bit hectic in there.
It's very like bish bosh bash, go go go. Yeah.
Yeah, all is fine. Responding to the medication, so that is good. Thinking of bringing the date for the transfer of the embryos a day earlier. We do have to come back for another scan on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Still thinking about intralipid infusions because of the miscarriage, but that's just one of those things. She's got to go with it, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't know what intralipid infusion is, but this
Not
one
sure
does a bit.
either, really.
She says we do it, I think. That's the thing, isn't it? So.
Yeah. Right, next job for the day is to meet this pharmacist and get all our IVF medications. I just WhatsApped her, because we're done in the clinic now, so hopefully we'll be able to meet her somewhere before we cross back the border and get the bus.
Yeah.
And then go to sleep forever.
Hectic.
Okay.
Wow. If you've ever wondered how much medication a round of IVF is going to take, it's about that much.
Can't believe that's all going to go in me.
It's bad, isn't it?
Hopefully.
How many needles have you got there? Strips and strips of needles. Wow.
I'm going to be bruised.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully we'll see you next week, and where we will hopefully be getting our embryos transferred. Start on all of this.
Fingers crossed, eh?